Good morning, church. Good morning. How have you been? How do you survive in this burning weather? Yeah, really, it's feeling like I'm living in Malaysia or Dubai, but I got a lot of lesson how do I survive in Mauritius, but this is normal in these days. Good morning and Merry Christmas. Of course, Christmas is tomorrow, but we can say Merry Christmas. As I mentioned before, maybe a few months ago, Christmas tradition is slightly different. It depends on countries. In Korea, in my country, on Christmas Eve, today, we go to a boulangerie in bakery because to buy a Christmas cake. We call it a special cake, Christmas cake. And then we eat it on Christmas Day in morning time. And I went to France. There is also a Christmas market before Christmas days. Because one of my friends recommended me, Pastor, you have to go to Christmas market in Strasbourg. But that's horrible my mistake because that's too cold for me. It came from Mauritius. Everybody got their own thick jacket, but I only prepare small jacket. But when I went to Christmas market, I'm really quite disappointed because that's too cold, really. I totally forgot Christmas kind of winter season in France because I get used to living in Mauritius. Anyway, in Japan, Japanese people go to KFC before Christmas Day because that's KFC symbol color is red, is a reminder of them kind of Christmas. And then let me move to South Africa. South Africans normally go to a beach on Christmas Day and New Year's Day. And so every year, the day after Christmas or and second day of January, there's always a kind of news in newspaper about missing children in the beach because their drunken parents just left them on the beach, and then after that day, they realized they left the children in the beach. How about Mauritius? I don't know about Mauritius culture exactly, but yesterday I went to Phoenix Mall. Everybody called that Phoenix Mall Jumbo. I realized what is the Mauritian Christmas culture. Go to the mall. And then watching other people in shopping. Am I right? And then if you go to a shopping center, please don't go to Christmas Day or before the Christmas Day. There's lots of people there. Yeah. And then I know there are so many families gathering, and then in the restaurant or their own house, I really respect this good tradition. But let me ask you one more question. What was the best Christmas gift you ever received in your whole life? Please hand up. Yeah, what was your best Christmas gift in your whole life? Okay, nobody received your Christmas gift from your whole life. Would you like sharing? You don't know? Okay, let me start first. When I was 15 years old, like June says, I got a Walkman. You know what is Walkman? Maybe, it's old age people is nodding. Okay, and then young ages people, what is Walkman is kind of music player. It's invented by Sony. And then my mother gave me a Christmas gift Walkman. Originally, I wanted to get a Sony Walkman, but my mother hated all Japanese things. She just gave me a Samsung. And then I really was disappointing from my Christmas gift, but I tried pretending to, oh, Mom, thank you very much. This is exactly what I wanted. And then, anyway, I listened to my many phrases recorded on my Samsung Walkman. There I heard Don Moen sings, he prays, and then we still sing today. And what was the best Christmas gift you ever received from your parents or from your friends? Okay. Would you like, Diana? Have you ever received a Christmas gift from your husband? Nothing yet?
So usually, my favorite Christmas gift would be jewelry.
In 1982, I got a Texas Instruments computer.
Yeah, really? Thank you.
Now that you remember, the one I could remember was a gift from my mom, who knew me better than I, and she gave me a Bible dictionary long before I knew I would become a pastor. So we met in the bookshop, and I was looking for her gift, and she didn't know I was in the bookshop, so I found her buying this and say, "What are you buying?" "Oh, nothing." And then for Christmas Day, I realized it was my gift, and it was this Bible dictionary.
Thank you. Anyone else? Please. We have plenty of time to sharing, but
For me, it was when Richard and the children got a Bible, the Passion Translation Bible. I thought that was the most beautiful gift because the language in there is just amazing. So,
thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, as I told you, yesterday I went to Phoenix Mall. Okay. There are lots of people buying something to make a gift. Everyone in the world loves gift. I also like receiving gift, sometimes giving gift. And then sometimes our church member gave me a fruit as a gift. Sometimes a mango or pomelo. For example, a few months ago, Alwyn gave me a called pomelo, a pamplemousse, from his garden. I don't know about his garden because I never been to his garden, but that's kind of a secret place. All fruits is grown up there. And then that gift made me very happy, but for myself, I can go to Vakua Bazaar to buy a pomelo by myself with my own money, but the pomelo I bought cannot make me more happy like Arlene gave me a pomelo. These two pomelo is the same pomelo, but the two pomelo has a different meaning. And then every time I have seen the pomelo in the Vakua Bazaar or Jumbo, every pomelo reminded me of Arlene. And then, as you know, we are all Christian. Today we have a gift we have already given. What? This is Jesus Christ. God gave us Jesus as a gift. And then, this gift has a different meaning and lots of meaning. First of all, this gift is an unexpected gift. Mary was a virgin who had never married. She tells her story, the angel will you have a baby. And then angel already made the baby's name, Jesus. This is not what Mary wanted. And this is not what Mary asked for. And it was not Mary expected. Most of us have to seeking something. But yesterday evening, I received a message from my Korean church team. You still remember that last August, some Korean mission teams came to Mauritius, and then they message to me, Pastor, please tell me your praying list. But this is kind of culture of Korean church. And then maybe in Western culture, in English culture, in greeting saying, how are you? And Sava, in our Korean culture, what is your praying list? And then please share your praying list. And then I also got my own praying list. But sometimes as a pastor, when I asked what is your praying list, everybody said to me, okay, my praying list is family happiness. My praying list is my body health, my success, our children's future studies. We want many things. Sometimes because we have our own plan, but our God, our Father, is beyond our plans. What were your goals and plans for this year, 2023? One of my plans of this year was to learn French, but it was not success. But another my plan is to the freestyle swimming. Yeah. But now I swim a little bit more, but I'm not good at this. But sometimes there are something I did not achieve among my goals. For example, as I told you, I wanted to study French in this year, but I didn't have much time to study. Let me ask you, what was your prayers, list, and topics? Have your life have gone as you planned it? No. When I say to my younger daughter, Jua, would you like to tell me your praying list? And then Jua say, okay, let me tell you my shopping list. That's her plan. What is your plan for this year? Regarding of this, that God gave us gift we didn't expect. This is Jesus Christ. Please trust in your God. And even though Mary didn't pray, but she would become pregnant with Jesus Christ our Lord, but God gave her. This is a gift. Even sometimes our God's plan is beyond our plan. Whatever this is, God gave you what you need most because He is our Father. He already knew what we need most. This contest of a gift God gave to Mary and to us today, this is grace. In this biblical sense, grace means giving freely, giving no money. And then this person responds to this, thank you. When we travel, these two expressions is very mainly important. One is, I'm sorry. Especially if you are traveling in Japan, if you are bumping to somebody, you have to say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Because Japanese people don't like to bumping to each other. And then everybody, maybe you have heard Japanese people's expression, I'm sorry, ごめんなさい, ごめんなさい. And then, another expression is thank you. I'm sorry and thank you is very important. How to say thank you in Creole and French, maybe merci. This is very important. In English, thank you. In German, danke. And then Chinese, I don't know about Chinese at all, but Japanese, arigato, arigatou gozaimasu. And then my own tongue, we say 감사합니다. But my favorite word for thank you is Italian. Have you heard about Italian, how to say thank you? Grazie. This is a fascinating word, grazie. I don't know much about Italian, but last time I watched some Italian movie, Life is Beautiful. I fell in love with this expression, grazie. Because this expression comes from grace. It's expressed, this is grace. God gave you grace. Why? Because He is your Father. And He doesn't judge you. He never makes any mark on your life and your occupation and your race and your nationality. He just gave you grace. In today's Bible, the angel Gabriel does not interview with Mary. Gabriel just convey God's grace to Mary. Today, we have already received God's grace. This is the greatest gift in our whole life. Although we cannot see, we already received God's grace as a Christians. This is a gift of our new life to you. And now, the most important thing, what is the great gift? We already received it. Yes, this is Jesus Christ. Jesus is our way and our truth and life. And in these days, we can hear this favorite song. Everybody know Mariah Carey's song, All I Want for Christmas. And then what is you? And then now we can say, all I want for Christmas is our Jesus Christ. Because we are Christian. There's nothing more than Jesus Christ. What does this year look like for you? This year was not an easy year for me, of course. But for me, this year, 2023, was a year of grace. Because I have Jesus Christ. In today's Bible, Luke, verse 13, what does the angel say to Mary? Please, don't be afraid. This is the gift God gave us today. Please don't be afraid in your life. In this year, we have already lived with many worries. Sometimes money, sometimes families, sometimes our future, sometimes cyclones, many things. However, if Jesus Christ came to us as a gift, if He is God's gift to us, we will live in a new year, next year, because we have our new gift. But how do you trust God? Before our wrapping this sermon, let me tell you my own story. Many people of our church asked me, Pastor, how was your trip to Paris? Paris was okay as a family trip. But from the day we arrived in Paris, it was raining and very cold. I realized I got a wrong season to traveling in Europe because I couldn't see the sunshine like Mauritius. Everywhere was clouded and frozen. Nobody mentioned it about winter weather in Paris. And then I expected like a very romantic and clear sky in Paris, but I was totally wrong. And then I think I have to go to Europe next time in the summer season. Anyway, our family attended the service. Of course, we are Christian. We also go to Sunday service, even in the Paris, in family trip. In a Korean church in Paris, there was about 15,000 Koreans living in Paris, lots of Korean churches. Of course, most of them worship at church on every Sundays. And for Koreans living abroad, church is a very important place to gathering and make a friendship and sometimes doing business together. And then, however, in the church in Paris, there are Koreans here, and there are also French people who married with Korean there. Naturally, the French could not speak and understand Koreans. So the pastor, the worship leader, he spoke once in Korean and once in French. That's very interesting experience to me. For example, peace be with you. I say peace be with you in our exchanging time. Oh, sorry, I missed it. And then once in Korean, once in English, once in French. However, the Korean pastor, French pronunciation has an extremely Korean accent. Because I can notice it. Because I get used to listening and hearing this word, Seigneur. Am I right? Am I close to Seigneur? But the Korean pastor, Seigneur. And I say, no, please don't do that in the backside. Pastor, this is not Seigneur. This is Seigneur. Even I barely speak French because I attended our pastor's meeting. Everybody spoke in French. I only understood 2 words. Seigneur. Seigneur. And then another thing is a different one. Seigneur. And then, as you know, each language has its own different characters. Especially French has a very strong R sound. Like sometimes I call it that make a logic, but most of your guys make hozier because it's like close to H sound. Am I right? And then the Korean pastor in Paris make a R sound like an English word. And then it's kind of huge obstacle for me. And then, Pastor, please don't do that. This is Seigneur, please, Seigneur. And then, however, the Korean pastor keep saying Seigneur, Seigneur in French, and with a very strong Korean accent. Anyway, after worship service is over, I had a small light meal with a pastor. He was a pastor in his early 60s ages. I asked him, Pastor, in Korean, like a pastor, I'm sorry, but your French pronunciation does not sound French, really. It sounds Korean. Are you okay to pastoring and preaching in your church with the French guys? And then he answered, of course, that's not a problem at all. Because I'm Korean. I speak Korean, French. I made a new language, Korean French. Is that some matter with you? I asked him, aren't you embarrassed? Because your French is very far away from the, authentic French. He answered, I'm not ashamed, of course, at all. Because our people, French people, love and trust me. There is a grace between us, the French people, and me. They never judge me and my French. They love me. I never worry about my pronunciation. I was very moved. And then the pastor asked me, I heard you are pastoring and preaching in Mauritius. Are you okay? And I say, to be honest, I'm not okay. I want to got a perfection with my language, but the pastor say, please don't do that. That could be impossible for you. You are too late to learn a new language perfectly. You are not like Joan at Joa's age. Please, nobody is judging you. I'm not sure you are judging me or not, but the pastor's message made me very moved. Brothers and sisters, our God Jesus Christ never judging your life and your family or your being, because He loves us. Everybody noticed that I mentioned it to my younger one, my favorite daughter, called Jua. Jua, I like your shoes because you are very sure I bought the shoes for Jua in Paris. But I didn't have any plan to buy your new shoes for Jua. But in Paris, one day, Jua whispering to me without her mommy, Daddy, I got my prayer list. I said, what? For the world peace or for our church? Daddy, I don't mind our church. Daddy, I have my strong prayer list is kind of my shopping list. I need my new shoes. I say to Chua, you already have 7 your shoes in your place. I think you don't need more shoes, okay? Because everything in Paris very expensive, you know. You never mentioned it about Paris living cost. And then Chua say, no, Chua. And then Chua say, Daddy, but I won't give up to buy your new shoes. And then after 20 days, in every morning time, Chua said to me, Daddy, can I have a Dr. Martens? But I don't know about what is Dr. Martens. This is a huge brand name. Daddy, can I have a Dr. Martens? Daddy, can I have Dr. Martens? Every morning, 20 days. And then finally, after 20 days, I say, what is the Dr. Martens? And then Chua say, Daddy, Dr. Martens kind of fancy shoes. I say, why do you need a Dr. Martens? Because that shoes is very thick. This Mauritius, we are happy with our Dr. Martens, really. We don't need a Dr. Martens things, really. But Chua said, Daddy, you think I don't need more shoes, but I don't think so. But I'm very sure you loves me. And then I want to remind of you, it's coming Christmas. This means you need to give me a Christmas gift. I gave you an easy way because you don't need to choose. For me, I want clearly have a Dr. Martens. And then I asked her, okay, sweetie, how much is it? And then Chua said, Daddy, I don't mind how much is it. Because you need to buy for me from my money. I said, okay. And then finally, as you see, my daughter's shoes, we went to Dr. Martens store, and then I got shocked Dr. Martens price. And then we changed the way to the another store, and then we choose looks like Dr. Martens shoes, really. But somebody called it fake Dr. Martens shoes, but I won't say that one before the Chua, because Chua believe in that's authentic, real Dr. Martens shoes. I'm so happy. But Chua never gave up to ask me because she's my child. And then we are sitting here as God's children. Please don't give up to ask your friend list, sometimes shopping list. It's okay because our God, Jesus Christ, our Lord. And then Jesus never condemned you in your life because he loves you. The proof is here. Jesus gave us Jesus Christ as our greatest gift. And then we can say, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.